Hey fellow Descendants, and welcome back to another video. Thanks for all the likes and the views and the attention you guys gave my video, the last few videos on the first Descendant. I really appreciate you, and the more the likes and the views and the comments is very helpful to me. So just keep it up and keep watching. In this video I wanted to try something a little bit different. I'm used to doing long form content, but I kind of want to step away from that and start doing some more short form, maybe 30 minutes or less, 40 minutes the most. So we're gonna try that with this video. This video is still gonna be like an hour-long video because I couldn't condense it with all the information and all the things that I was trying to portray. So just bear with me until I get that into a cohesive system for you guys. The video structure is basically me beating the boss. I'll do one full run each dungeon to show you how the gameplay is, and then at the end I'll spam the bosses, but we're not doing the full run. We're just gonna be at the boss for each dungeon after the first full run. And honestly, I think I want to make this a two-part video because the whole video in its entirety was like an hour and 50 minutes, almost 2 hours. And I know no one wants to watch a 2-hour video about the journey and the struggles of Ultimate Gley. So I'll just spare you from that torture. But with that being said, let's jump right in. Shout out to Bad Habits for putting me on this gracious gun called the Tamer. You know, he only uses Tamer, so we're doing a little bit right now. Only use me Tamer and the rocket launcher. I forget what it's called. Something orbital. Something. Anyways, yeah, very good rocket launcher. Something orbital. Something. Anyways, yeah, very good rocket launcher. Super good machine gun. You know what I'm saying? I just used that throughout all my my times in the dungeon as much as I could. You know, like I said, shout out to him. Big shout out to Bad Habits. Check him out. He's on Twitch. Yeah. So we go. We do the dungeons. We get the amorphouses. It wasn't hard to do it. Honestly, Gley is a hate-love relationship, especially when unlocking Ultimate Gley. Unlocking Gley herself was pretty challenging, but I'm not putting the whole or centering the whole video around normal Gley, right? I'm centering the whole journey, the whole journey of unlocking Ultimate Gley. So here it is. These are the different dungeons that you can do to unlock the amorphous, to go do the big bosses with, and then unlock it later on in the part 2 version of this video. And honestly, drop a like right now. You know, drop some comments. Tell me how you feel about unlocking these characters, because I want to see if it's just me that feels this way, but I feel like this is crazy. Nevertheless, I do have some talking points that I want to get through. You know, first talking point, how it feels to play Gley. Honestly, Gley is just like an over-glorified turret. You know, her gameplay loop is get health, use health, get health, use health, get health, use health. You know, you're going to use the health to get your ammo back, and then you're pretty much just, confide to whatever weapon you're using to do all your damage. You know, there is like a Bloodborne style vampiric sanguification build you can do. I haven't seen anybody do that and utilize her in that way, but I mean, over glorified turret is good too. Like, she's solid. Like, you snap a freaking rocket launcher on her back and switch to it when you need to and literally kill everything that you see in sight. There's really nothing else to say other than that for that is concerned. Like, she's strong in her own right. Like, some parties rely on her to kill bosses. Some parties rely on her to clear whole dungeons. She's very good to have in a party. She's not viable. She's very viable. She's I think in my personal opinion, not just because I have Ultimate Gley now, speaking before I even get there, but just, you know, telltale signs like I did unlock her. She's very useful. There's nothing wrong with her kit. It's very simple, very easy to get behind and utilize and use in any form or any different types of party that you can get in. Yeah, it's definitely worth in some capacity to farm her out and get her. If you were ever wondering if it's like even worth to unlock her, you know, she's one of the first Descendants that you can get the ultimate form for when the game came out. So, you know, a lot of people did go and do the same farm that I did. Now, as to where RNG is concerned, was it worth it? I don't know. These Amorphous are really hard to unlock. Sometimes you're hard pressed. You're going like 20-30 times to go unlock, and there's two ways to unlock Amorphous. You got your dungeon Amorphous, where you would go and kill a boss, one of those world bosses, and then you have the world Amorphous, where you go and open up the Nexus on the map. Now, at the time, me unlocking like regular Gley, actually, not even just Ultimate, I had to utilize the world and unlock the world Amorphous to get to where I needed to be, because the party that I was with, we just couldn't really, like, we could do the bosses, but it wasn't like having a Lepic in your party and, you know, being able to just down any boss at any time on a whim. You know, that wasn't readily available to us at the time. But it's funny speaking, it is now. You know, shout out to Scrufayce. Scrufayce said, you know, I really think that you should be smart about who you unlock as a Descendant. Now, I don't want to get too ahead of myself here, but I will talk about later, maybe in part 2, about how that works and what you should do. Yeah. I want to hit a like goal for this video too. Like, run me up like 20 likes. 20 likes is all I ask. See if anybody's listening. You know, give me some comments. Tell me how you feel about the game as a whole. And then we'll continue on. But in all, to recap how I feel about playing Gley, I think you can safely say that this could be your only Descendant if you could only afford one, if you bought one, and if you could only farm one, if that's all the time you had to farm for. Ultimate Gley could be your main. She's very easy. You know, you don't need to put too much thought into playing her, and I think that's what attracts a lot of people to her, right? Like, you don't need to know mechanics of a boss. You could just like slam your face into the proverbial wall at a boss and down that said boss with doing little mechanics as possible. And I think a lot of people value that, right? Because there's a lot of casual players, right? There's nobody serious in this community that's casual that would want to like grind too much for multiple Descendants for it to actually work, right? So yeah, definitely unlock Gley for sure. Like, I think she's really useful. Like, I think I said this 3 times already. No bias here. Hopefully you don't see any bias in, you know, what I'm trying to portray here, but I think she's solid pick for sure. I would go out and spend that money if you absolutely have to. And if you want to grind for it, go for it. It's definitely a good character to use. Using I finally remember the name, the Vestal Organ, that rocket launcher is A1. Hopefully they'll make another rocket launcher or similar archetype to that to have a little bit of options here, right? So, you know, hopefully the devs looks at these videos that people make, like me and everybody else, and hopefully you know, they see us trying to figure out what else to use other than that obvious choice. or maybe give us more choices to use Gley. That'd be Gley. That'd be great. Okay, moving on. My next talking point: the farm before the patch. Now, this video is definitely a little bit late, way more late than what I thought I was gonna come out with. You know, some things happen in real life. Just had to iron stuff out. It's ironed out now. I think the farm before the patch was really hard, and you had two choices, like I said earlier, to really get any of the Descendants. And it's, I think, in my personal opinion, it's conducive enough for you to go and get both. Do both. Give yourself more chances, because if you're hard pressed on just one style, you're gonna find yourself like against the RNG gods. Like, they will not shine on you unless you're super lucky and you just get it one and done. Just like our clan name, you know, to just get whatever you want out of the Amorphous. Yeah, the farm before the patch is super hard. I'm glad they came out with that patch that made many different types of Amorphous, more than what we had available to us. I think they named the Amorphous now like AA, and then they spread a lot of the different Descendants within them. You know, not only just to like make it easier to get like particular Descendants like Luna and Valby, Ultimate Valby and everything, but they made the percentages a lot better. Now I hope they keep that up, keep that same energy. It would be really helpful for them to do so, because, you know, like I said, like I said, not a lot of people have time to grind as much as, you know, the serious player would. Some people play multiple games and they go to and from those games, and yeah, if these percentages don't get better, I don't see people playing this game for, you know, for any more time that they have already played it. Yeah, they're definitely gonna be not playing it anymore. Like, won't be playing this game anymore because it's just too grievous, too annoying. Like, RNG is really bad, percentages are really bad. Before, the mission recon op missions, where you would need a Sharon to really get the most out of the mission. If you are doing it by yourself, you're not getting enough Amorphous, you know, you're not getting Amorphous enough without Sharon, you know. So what was the point? What was the point of doing it? So, you know, you get a Sharon, you either farm for Sharon, get her, find a Sharon that's good enough to like spam them over and over and over again. And before the patch, it used to be 5 minutes. It used to be 5 minutes, and you would have to wait every 5 minutes, because that's how they wanted you to do. They wanted you to wait 5 minutes, do stuff around the area, and then go back to the recon mission, rinse, wipe, and repeat. You know, a lot of us was like, no, like, this is impossible. You know, especially if you didn't have a Sharon, it'd be way easier for you to go and go to another Amorphous altogether and rinse, wipe, and repeat that way, and farm in a circle, because you're hard pressed to get the Amorphous, because you need the Amorphous to unlock Descendants, you need the Amorphous to unlock some of the weapons, or yeah, like all the weapons actually. What am I talking about? So you need Amorphous. So why would they have you wait every 5 minutes? Now after the patch, we're only waiting a minute, so it's a hell of a lot easier for you to get everything. And then especially, you don't have to wait so long. You could still reset. You could still farm in a circle, go to another like map altogether, and get your Amorphous. Now you only have to wait a minute. You can sit there and spam it if you'd like with a Sharon, Um, Spam it if you like with anybody. And since it's only a minute, it's just hell of a lot easier to farm Amorphous. Because before, like I said, 5 minutes was a big ask. Like, who's waiting 5 minutes? Nobody's waiting 5 minutes. We are going to another map, you know, that should be a new server shard that's already unlocked. If it's not, then you wait like 2-3 minutes, and then you go back to the one that you want. So, like, you know, you're farming this and a gun. Like, if you're looking for a gun, you're farming a gun and a Descendant. And you rinse, wipe, and repeat that way. Because if that's how they wanted you to play, that's crazy. Like, you know, yeah, you can get other materials in the map, but like, you just want to focus on this material and this material alone, because you could get possibly the material for, you know, maybe a energy activator or something on the same map where you would get the Amorphous from. But, you know, we found to find dungeons with constant spawns that would drop you the material. Because it's like, why would they, like, if you were doing it like how they intended, nobody would have ultimates right now. Or maybe some people would because of luck. But the mass majority of people wouldn't have ultimates. And they would just be, like, hard-pressed to buy it. And I just don't see how, you know, if that's the way they wanted us to do it, you know, we definitely came up with a way better way, like the entire community, on how to really farm this. You know, I know our group, we figured that out really quickly. I don't know if anybody else figured it out as quickly as we did, but that's how we started doing it. And then I made a video about Sharon, you know, my friend Kuro Hasugi. Shout out to him. Best Sharon there is. Best Sharon NA. You know, can't wait for Ultimate Sharon to come out. You know, it'd be good on him. You know, he has other Ultimate Descendants, but, you know, having Ultimate Sharon would be so great right now. Like, what if you just stayed stealth the entire time? You know, Ultimate Sharon. That'd be great. Or that stealth cooldown is way lower. So, you know, in hindsight now, it's a hell of a lot easier for you to farm for Amorphous with the recon missions being a minute. And you can sit there, find a good Sharon, and then just slay out every minute. Slay out, get Amorphous. The percentages are a little bit different. I might have to fact check myself on that one, but to my knowledge, it is way easier, and it's just way better to, like, farm Amorphous now. The quality of life has definitely increased. Like, there is definitely a significant change in the quality of life in this game, and they are trying. So people leaving, which is to be expected. You're gonna have a bunch of people on your game month end. So, like, there's already a very, like, steep drop, and I'll have an infographic on that right here on the screen somewhere just to show. But, you know, it's steady, but at the same time, it's not as much as, you know, first month population, where we had a bunch of players on trying out the game, see if they like it, you know, going for any overpowered things and try to do as much as possible at a short space of time. Now, as the game progresses, of course you're gonna have, you know, more people come back, because maybe somebody was a Freyna main, and now this new patch is gonna come out. It's gonna drop soon. It's gonna drop 2 new Descendants. Well, 1 new variation and 1 new Descendant altogether. Haley and Ultimate Freyna. And there's a lot of maybe Freyna mains that were, like, you know, really waiting for this. So it's really cool to see that they changed the quality of life before that, and then they introduced the AA Amorphous to spread out the weapons and the Descendants. So it'll be hell of a lot easier to get what you want. So hopefully, you know, since maybe Freyna's gonna be the new Ultimate, they, like, highlight that, make the percentages easier to get, make it not so grievous, so we can, you know, spam this stuff so we can get our Descendants. But yeah, you know, on to my next talking point though. Gley is a good Descendant, but you need to get Enzo and Sharon first. Whatever you do, don't do what everybody else did. Like, and there's a lot of videos that echo this, right? You know, get your right. You know, get your descendants. That's gonna help you get your other descendants, your other weapons. Enzo and Sharon are it. Get them first. Don't worry about any of the descendants. Don't even worry about the descendant you're trying to unlock. They don't matter. You need to be able to do this for yourself. You need to be able to farm for yourself. And I know a lot of people can resonate with this. Solo play. Solo play in like every single game you guys play. Nobody likes team games. This is what it seems like. Everybody plays team games. They're making team games for us to do. Objective game types are dog. They're dog. Like League of Legends, dog. Overwatch, dog. Destiny 2, dog. Like anything that you have to rely on somebody else to like pull through for you, that player is most likely dog. Most likely dog. Like in the comment section, let's talk about it, because honestly, every game I play, and it makes me not even want to play multiplayer games anymore. I'm just going back to games from like 2015, 2016, because these games are dog. And it's not the game, it's the people. Like, objective type gameplay is dog. Like, we just had Mecha Break playtests. You know, I'm straying from the point here, but I need to make this very clear. A lot of the game modes in that game were objective type game types. I got to Plat 5, but dude, nobody wanted to do objectives. Everybody was like kills, like deathmatch, battle royale style. Like, they have brain rotted us to like that stuff, and then turn these other games into objective style game types for us to work together when you don't have any common basis on how to work with each other. Dog. You know, get yourself an Enzo, get yourself a Sharon first. If you're watching this video and you know you wanted to maybe unlock Gley, fine, that's perfect. But understand this: you better have an Enzo friend and you better have a Sharon friend. If not, you have them both yourself and you farm for yourself. Because if you're gonna have to rely on somebody else, they're gonna get tired of helping you, because maybe you're the most unlucky bastard that ever touched this game. Let's just say you are the most unlucky bastard, and you touch this game and you're not getting any amorphous that you need. You're getting everything else. You know, you're unlocking everything else. You go and open and you just get everything but Gley. Every gun, every descendant but Gley. It will happen. And then you're gonna feel discouraged. To not like further discourage you, not rely on your friends, which you should rely on your friends at times. Of course, get friends. Touch virtual grass. Find people to work with. Network. That's 100% like crucial. But help yourself. Build out a Sharon. Build out an Enzo. Like I said before, there are videos. You could look it up on YouTube. Type in, how do I farm? A lot of people are going to say, get Enzo, get Sharon. Like, just do it. Like, it's just needed. Get Valby. Valby farm for gold. Valby farm for the Kelpler shards. You know, you're going to need that stuff for the mods. You're going to need gold for unlocking everything. It's about what, like 2, 3, 4 million gold just to unlock an ultimate descendant, probably more, and way more that you're going to dump into. These are needed. Like, don't worry about anybody else except for these farm descendants. You're just going to find yourself hard pressed and depressed that you can't unlock anything, because you're going to have to worry about, you know, your friend Sarah coming on and she's helping you, or your friend Tom. Hey Tom, can you help me with this descendant? I'm trying to get this descendant. They're going to be like, I unlocked everything already. Why are you bothering me? This is the way it is. I mean, they could be nice and, you know, I'll help you out, you know. There's no way of, you know, me being able to play with you without your descendant, which is, you know, factuals. But at the same time, make sure you get those two descendants first before you do anything else. If you have to buy them in the bundle, do that. Worth. Like, people could say pay to win. I don't know why people are saying that a lot on Reddit. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. What part of this is a gacha game? If anything, is a pay to win. You know, we know that Nexon has a really tight history with gacha games, and their monetization is wild. But this is not one of those games. The publisher is just a publisher, right? The game studio involved in this game is very smart, and you know, they might listen to Nexon or some things, but this is not MapleStory. This is not Magnobi. This is not anything that Nexon has came out with previous. This is not Vindictus. You know, this is the first Descendant, and the first Descendant is, yes, Warframe like. You know, has a little bit of Destiny 2-esque. A little, like, you know, got some shooters stuff in there, a lot of little min-max you can put in there. But at the same time, this is like the first of its kind line, like the way it is, the way they're going with it. Like, nothing has ever been like this before, like this game. It's an amazing game. Yeah. I'm not going to back down on what I said. I don't feel like this is a gacha game, but it got a little gacha elements in it for sure. Maybe, but it's not full gacha game. Full gacha games is like, you know, Woo-Wah and MapleStory, like I said earlier, and these types of games. Like, those are gacha games. Like Street Fighter Mobile, like gacha game. Like, those are gacha games. War Robots, gacha games. There's probably a lot I haven't mentioned that are way more popular than what I just said, but not a gacha game, fam. There's so many ways for you to unlock an Amorphous. There's so many ways for you to unlock what you want, you know, and where you can't buy it in the store. So it's pay to win to get the Descendants, but you still have to play the game because you have to unlock all the crystallized, catalyzed or whatever, or formas. Everybody calls them formas, even though it's not Warframe. Crystalline catalyst, you know, to unlock what you want for the mods and stuff, so you can min-max properly. Not a gacha game. Not in my eyes. You know. Kind of want to talk about the objectives, game style modes again. This game is kind of echoing that too. Team-based play. You have to rely on teammates to do mechanics. Man, you guys are hard pressed. Like, if you don't have a team from another game, or you built a team that just understands how to communicate properly, yeah, this is going to be kind of impossible, especially with this new patch coming out. This new patch coming out is showing a lot of puzzles, a lot of mechanics, a lot of stuff like this. And I'm going to see a lot of people quit that don't want to do mechanics. It's crazy. Like, I'm an X-WoW player, and same thing with that game. People don't want to do mechanics. Like, they want to just rush down everything and zerg everything and DPS down the boss. And then it's funny, when given a DPS check, you still can't even do that. So it's like, you can't do mechanics and you can't do rush down DPS. Like, how are you gonna play the game? So coming back to this first Descendant, you know, I still haven't done Gluttony yet. Gluttony LFG is dog. I don't know how it is now. I haven't tried it again, but like my team that I do it with, they did it all when there was a Kyle exploit. You know, not to call them out, but that was probably the only time that they would have wanted to do it. Until it gets nerfed. They definitely have to nerf that boss. You know, I haven't tried it again, but I think I will. Now that I haven't. You know, I'll try something else other than Ultimate Gley. Or maybe min-max my Ultimate Gley a little bit better, so I can just like be more of a help. But Gluttony is crazy. Like, I went into Gluttony and expected something, and guess what? A lot of you aren't ready for Gluttony. I don't know. I know I wasn't ready. I tried it with regular Gley and it was impossible. I don't think I tried it with Ultimate Gley yet, so I think it might be a little bit easier with Ultimate Gley, just based on like how I built her. But yeah, they're putting in a little bit objective style gameplay in this, where you have to do the mechanics first to do the damage, and then if you don't do the mechanics right, then you get killed. You get wiped. You know, the boss will rage and kill you. You know, the boss will rage and kill you, kill everyone. And then people don't want to give it a second shot with the team that you have. Like, if your team is a little bit good, it's probably in your best interest to stay and hash it out with these people. If they're willing to stay, hash it out. Like, figure it out. Because, you know, of course you're going to fail at it a couple times to know what the boss is going to do, to expect, you know, to have expectations for the next round, so you know, like, what the mechanics look like, know what the boss does in multiple phase runs. And but if you just go into it blindly and expecting it to be easy, not the case. That just won't happen. You know, nothing's gonna come easy to you in this life, so you have to work for something. You gotta do something. Help out the people near you. If you don't, then you're just hitting your head against a wall, a proverbial wall. They should just stop making objective game type games. Well, not stop making it, maybe just make it and then have people like choose to do it or not. I think that's better. They should stop centering games around objective style gameplay, because it's not working out. People don't work well with each other in real life. How are you going to work with each other in a game? You know, the only times you find people work well with each other is on a team of people who've been already working with each other for a long period of time. And that's another thing. When are they going to add guilds or like an emissary or something? Something so we could not only use our friends list for, you know, something to like get all your people together, do stuff together, track them being online, other than the friends list. If anybody from the studio is listening to this video, if that's even a thing, please put guilds in. You know, we already have our name. We just need you to add it into the game. You know, because that would be easier for us to like help people, like gather a bunch of people. Oh, you need help with this, boss? No problem. You know, you need help with this? No problem. I'm not saying it's not easy now. It'll just be way easier to track, and it'll give us incentives. Maybe give us incentives to like come together and help people. That's one thing Destiny 2 lacked. Like, there was no Sherpa program. There's no like carry program. Like, you get this amount of material because you help this amount of people. They did have something in place, but it was for a banner, for cosmetic, and that was it. Like, that's dog. Give us material so we can farm it every week on cooldown. Like, we helped this many guildmates, or we helped this many friends do something in the game because they needed help. They can't figure it out themselves, so they go to other people for help. You know, give incentives to going to LFG and helping random people. You cleared it once, or you cleared it 10 times, so therefore you get like an expert title on that particular dungeon or that particular raid, and then, you know, anytime after, especially if you're in with people that are first time to that raid or dungeon, you get a little bit of material. Maybe even an amorphous. Give us incentives, reward good behavior. Like, that's good behavior, right? Not playing by yourself and soloing, because you can solo. Like, especially if you have a good Descendant, the solo stuff, you can. But it would be really nice to see if we can have something in place where you get something for helping people. Because, like, it seemed like that would be the only way to help people. Like, if we get rewarded for it. Like, I mean, I have no problem helping anybody. You know, my clan guild, you know, in our Discord, we invite people. We help people all the time. But not everybody's like that. Not everybody is nice like we are. Some streamers are like this, you know, you go in their chat and they might be helping viewers, but that could just be like one of every few streamers. Mainly they're just showing off their power, you know what I mean? Mainly they're just showing off what they can do. And I don't think that's what it's all about. I think, honestly, it's more about finding a healthy, like, median between helping yourself and helping others. Yeah, fam, if you made it this far, definitely drop a like. Give me a sub. It helps me so much. Subs are free. Likes are free. Shit, even drop a dislike. I don't care. Anything is good for me right now. You know, I'm trying my best with these videos. This video is 50 minutes for a reason. Like, I wanted to show you how hard it is. You know, this took me like 5 hours to do. I cut out a lot of this. I cut out a lot of footage. You know, coming down from 5 hours to only like 50 minutes. And if I get enough likes on this video, drop a like, drop a sub, I'm gonna drop part 2. You know, I'm gonna drop part 2 for y'all, show you the opening, show you how lucky you can be if you have more than one Amorphous, and continue on from there. I will make more videos. I'm trying to get into some patch videos. Maybe we can talk about patches. You know, I've missed a few patches already, but those patches didn't really pertain to my character and any character that I had unlocked, or any weapon that I was using. So I don't really feel hard pressed to like make a patch video. But I will start because it's a video. Maybe, you know, you want to hear me talk about it. You know, my people's talk about it. A lot of the builds that we have are shared in the community. They haven't really taken any ownership to it, but you know, shout out to Scrufayce, my friend Scrufayce. He's #1 Lepic in my eyes. I haven't seen a Lepic like him, like ever. We're doing most bosses in under 10 minutes, 5 minutes to max. You know, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, a minute. That's amazing. So you could grind out your Amorphous openings and keep it moving, keep it going. Yeah, like,
mission complete. Well done.
I definitely want to make more videos about different Descendants that I have unlocked. I actually unlocked, you know, Ultimate Viessa as of recently, you know, way before this footage. There's a lot of changes. I have to get on Twitch and start streaming again. I haven't really been streaming. There's a lot of things been going on in my life. Like I said, it's been ironed out. But I still need more ironing to do. My computer is dog. So even the footage that you see is going to be kind of dog, fam. I'm sorry. You know, you guys could help me get a new computer by giving them subs, running them subs up. You know, running them likes up so more people can see it. You know, I'll do my little promotion. I'll show to wherever channels I need to share it to. But it would be nice to have a new computer to get better footage so I can produce better content. You know, like right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have a job, fam. You know, it's hard to find a job out here where I'm at on the East Coast of the United States. Plus, the way the world's going, it kind of sucks. You know, I might want to skip country, go to Canada. I don't know, go to South America, somewhere else. U.S. is kind of dog, fam. Dog. Like, I'm walking the dog right now. So I'm kind of like using my time wisely, doing applications every day. Just a little bit tidbit of my life. You know, it's hard out here. Yeah, not that you guys care, but if you guys care enough, you know, drop a like. You know, drop some comments. I want to hear about your experiences. You know, I would like to make some friends with you guys on YouTube. I'm gonna stream, like I said, so I can connect more with you guys. I'm trying to do a dual stream where it's YouTube and Twitch. I'm already affiliate on Twitch, so I'm trying to get affiliated on YouTube, at least partner program, so I can get monetized. It'll be nice to have a little bit extra income coming in, you know, because I'm disabled. You know, I worked pretty hard back in the day, and I got hurt, and yeah, I could use some bread, you know, for my toaster. I don't have any bread to put in my toaster, guys. Help me out. You know, because this footage is not that great. I've seen clearer footage. I don't know if this is a CPU intensive game or a GPU intensive game. I have to look into that. I'll probably drop something here so to see if I do my thing. If not, then you know, it is what it is. But it would be nice to have a little extra beef with my gravy, with my potatoes, You know, with that being said, yeah, Ultimate Gley is great. Definitely a Descendant you should farm or have in your library of Descendants. Definitely buy some stuff from the store. Like, I'm not promoting, I'm not like a content creator for First Descendant yet, but before I even get there, I will be promoting their store because it's helpful, some of the stuff in their store. I bought some stuff, like I bought like $30-40 worth of, you know, of their coins or whatever, their Ascension coins or whatever it's called. And I bought some materials, I bought some boosts, I bought the skin because I didn't want to walk around looking like regular Ultimate Gley. I wanted to walk around looking like awesome Ultimate Gley, you know. Definitely buy some stuff from their store. The boost on Sharon, Enzo, Valby, you're gonna be getting a hell of a lot more materials, and you know, so you'll do less runs. Especially if you're casual, think about buying some of this stuff. You know, if you're a hardcore player, you know, committed, you know, this is gonna be your only game for a while, then still buy boost. It's worth it. Still buy boost. We're like at the 40-minute mark on commentary, and there's really nothing much else to say with Ultimate Gley. Like I said, she's amazing. She's very easy to get behind. She's very easy to use. Her kit is very useful in the raids and the dungeons. You know, when I dropped the part 2 after the light goal, you know, we're gonna be talking about different things, and you're gonna see us open the Amorphous, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is. There is, like I said earlier, there's 2 styles to it. Get both. I'm gonna echo this, say it again, mirror this, say it again. Get both. Get both. Because if you don't get both and you're stuck on one style, it's gonna suck for you. This game is gonna be hell. You're gonna be playing hell game. Because unless you're RNG Jesus, then you're not going to be unlocking a lot of this stuff. You know, you're not going to be getting the Descendants like you should. You're not going to be leveling up your mastery level like you should. That will give you extra slots and extra inventory space and things that you need to make the game easier to play, so you can stock up on more material. Like these are all the gameplay loops that coincide with each other. They all talk to each other, right? So, you know, it is helpful. Buy some stuff from the store. Unlock as many Descendants as you can. Don't just feed into one Descendant. You know, yeah. Don't just feed into one Descendant. You know, yeah, I might main Ultimate Gley, but I still have Ultimate Biesa. I still have Ultimate Bunny. Like I'm grinding out Ajax, Ultimate Ajax. I'm grinding out Ultimate Lepic. Like, get all these Descendants so you can get up to at least 20, 21 mastery level, you know, on par with everyone else, like all the other streamers, all the other video content creators, on par with all the other hardcore players that stink time into the game, you know. But it's funny, all these content creators and streamers, they come from other games, and when they're done grinding as much, they're gonna take a break and go right back to their main game that they have that they've been playing for years, you know. Yeah, unlock more than one Descendant for sure. Don't stick on one. Don't stop being just bunny. I see a billion bunnies, 50 billion bunnies, and they're all dog. Like, again, they're all dog. Like, again, my friend Scrufayce, and I'm on his top. Hey, no homo, no diddly, but he the only bunny too that I recognize. My friend Troa, name dropping. Only Freyna. Freyna has yet to come out. It's gonna come out with Haley. You know, he's super excited, but also cautious, because if they're not like delivering on the Transcendent mods, if they're not delivering on the mods, if they're not delivering in that kit, he might not come back. And I feel like that's a lot of people. The player base did drop, and hey, it might even drop again. we might not even have enough people to play with. So with that being said, you know, really unlock these Descendants, make it easier for yourself so you're not hard pressed. If you're looking for people from LFG, like G for Gluttony is Dog, there's going to be way more bosses coming out. The story's progressing. Please don't do it to yourself. Don't single out one Descendant like I did. Cause that's what I did. I was like gung-ho for Gley the entire time. I unlocked regular Gley. Didn't even need to. I should have went straight to Ultimate Gley. You know, I unlocked regular Gley to see if I even liked it. This is me being cautious. You know, I unlocked regular Gley, instantly liked it. As soon as I saw her, I liked it. You know? Damn, that Descendant is so nice. Her kit is so nice, so easy. You know? Get a bunch of crit, get a bunch of cooldown, get a bunch of firearm attack, get a bunch of duration, and that's it. Gley. Have that thing going constantly. Constantly getting unlimited bullets. Constantly getting your blood back up. Constantly getting your health back up. Those are the gameplay loops for her. Very easy stuff. Very easy stuff. Now we're moving towards the end of the video now. Like I only have like what 52 on the clock for footage and 56 for the rest of the video. I can't say this enough. Run up them likes. Run up them likes. I'm gonna keep saying it. Run up them likes, please. Comment. You know, tell me your qualms. Tell me, like, ask me questions. I will communicate with you. I'm very good on this. I will read every comment. I will at least heart your comment, even if it's a bad one. Like any comment is a good comment in my eyes. So at least I know you're watching. At least I know you're listening to what I'm saying. It's great. You know, communicating with people. It's great. Especially in our community, our video game community. It's grown. Like since the 90s, our community has grown exponentially. A lot of people are interested in video games and play video games now. You know, it was once stigma to be quote-unquote nerd and quote-unquote video gamer. Now it's like people's main income. You know what I mean? Like I grew up with games. I grew up with like Crash Bandicoot. I grew up with like Sony games and Xbox games and stuff like this before I even touched the computer. The computer's been there, right? CPU games, CP games, like that's been there. So, you know, we're stepping into a new era, new gen of people who rely on games for income. You know, our forefathers and our parents were like, nah, that's a waste of time, but you know, we're over here proving them completely wrong, right? In our, like, I don't know who's the demographic of people who are watching. The last time I checked, they're mainly my age, and we're talking about 25 and up, right? People who can afford games, people who can afford to play racing sims and flight sims and play games off Steam and buy their own games, you know? And the kids nowadays, they just go on Roblox and Fortnite and play whatever is hot and then get off. And then, I mean, but it was just like us. We played the game that came out, which was brand new at the time. And then, yeah, we played it for a bit, and then we expected a new game. You know, this live service stuff is great and all, but like, it's almost like developers are hard pressed with coming out with really good quality stuff at a short amount of time. And I feel like that's unfair to them because it takes a lot to make a game. Plus, you got to playtest. I don't even think they playtest anymore. They rely on us to playtest, which is dog because you have people complain about it. Get negative feedback. Give them feedback so they can fix their game so when it comes out, it is amazing. That's what a playtest is for. And guess what? Playtesting used to be a job. It used to be a career for some people. Now, I mean, it still is sort of a career for people because some people playtest earlier than others and they get maybe some, you know, credit for it. You know, maybe something in game or maybe some credit from the store or something like this. But it used to be a job. You know, now they're coming out with these playtests and early access things. people are like all excited, like I get to see the game, and they played it to a point to where it's stable, and they're like counting on us to do the surveys and then put in the feedback for the game to be better. And it's like, I don't know, people just miss that concept. Like, did you forget that demos used to be better? And it's like, I don't know, people just miss that concept. Like, did you forget that demos used to come out and we used to play the demo and then give them feedback like, hey, your demo is dog, fix it. Like, fix this part of the game. There's invisible walls where there shouldn't be. I can't get to the treasure here. I can't get to the end point of the dungeon or the quest or whatever. And then when the game came out, the game was flawless and won all these accolades because of the player base. You know? At the end of the day, there's only so many people who can play the game in the studio, and they're all gonna, of course, like their game that they made. They need other people to be like, nah, fam, this is dog. Like, fix this. I don't feel like this is fair. I did this thing. I found this exploit. I found this little Easter egg here that allows me to get more of something, and it breaks your game. It breaks your game economy. No. In closing, thanks for watching this long. You're amazing. Pat yourself on the back. Thank you for hearing my rant. I did make the video kind of long, sort of on purpose, so I could talk about all these things. You know, it did take me a couple days to like figure out what to talk about. Trust me, because this is a lot of footage. Me opening the morphosis, and then, you know, that's why I kind of skipped like every time I did it, and I did it 10 times each. So, you know, like I said, we're moving toward the end. Check me out on my Twitch. Check me out on my YouTube. Check out my other videos. I have a pretty good library here on stuff with Destiny. Like, if you want to unlock anything in the Dreaming City, definitely go unlock your Sparrow. The Taken Sparrow, I think, is the new fastest Sparrow. Wink, wink. Like, don't tell nobody. But it's faster than most. It's faster than the skimming board thing, and it's faster than the skimming board thing, and it's faster than that one Sparrow that used to be the fastest, that everybody complained about it being the fastest when there's no Sparrow Racing League, which to me doesn't make any sense at all. But hey, to each his own, right? Let's complain about something if you have to complain about the way the freaking sky looks. Yeah. Taken Sparrow, new fastest Sparrow, go get you one. I have most of, you know, the unlocks, how to unlock all the eggs and bones in those series, in that series. So go look at that, take a look at that. I have some other First Descendant, like, gameplay footage and guides, if you would say, and stuff. And yeah, keep your eyes out for part 2. If I get this like goal, run me up 20 likes, please. I want to see if you guys are watching. You know, run me up some comments. Tell me if I did a good job. Tell me if I did a bad job. Tell me if I did a good job. Tell me if I did a bad job. Tell me if I did something I could change. I want to be better. Like, I want to make better content for you guys. And I truly, like, appreciate like all the stuff that you guys done for me so far. You know, giving me the likes, giving me the feedback, negative and positive. This is good. This is healthy. Yeah, shout out to Nexon though, you know, for making a good game so far. You know, they're listening. At least they're listening. And that's like, you know, most studios. Like, Power Roll came out. Like, I do a lot of Power Roll stuff too. You know, I kind of stopped that series because, like, you know, I wasn't getting as much feedback from y'all, and I was kind of just making videos just cause. I know they made a lot of changes in that game, and I kind of wanted to do a series, but, you know, maybe I still want, maybe I still should, you know, maybe I still want, maybe I still should. I just don't know if you guys are watching. I don't want to just, you know, put up a video and get random brain rot clicks on my video. It's not really doing anything for me. You know, I want to engage with you guys, so, you know, just let me know, you know, in the comments below, you know, if you enjoyed the video, and if so, subscribe if you want to see more. You know, check out my Twitch, you know, check out my other socials. I don't really post much on X, and I don't really post much on TikTok. but I would if I knew there was a demand for it. Like, I know there is a demand for it. People just randomly scroll on these things every day. Like, I scroll brain rot content on YouTube all the time. You know, it's funny because I made a short about Valby, and I made a short about a farm, and like, you know, y'all shat on me. You know, for that, not the you know, for that, not the Valby one, but the farm, because I said it was 0.5. Honestly, it's not 0.5. That was a clickbait. It's way shorter than that, but it's still short, and that's the point. So, still like a 10-second farm. Go check that video out if you need the little brain thing for energy activators. I believe that's for. If not, it's not energy activators. It's the crystallized catalyst. You know, either way, go check that video out. More videos to come. Definitely get ready for part 2. I will drop it as soon as I get the like goal for this one. But other than that, thank you for your time. I appreciate you watching.